This girl was locked away in a room, with people coming to check on her health every week. What she didn't know was that she'd already become an organ donor for the wealthy. The world had entered its final days, and her family was chosen as one of the lucky ones who got to live freely in the quarantine zone because they were healthy. But as time went on, her parents disappeared from this place, leaving just the girl behind. Life had to go on though. The staff still came by every week like clockwork to check her body and thoughtfully prepared a week's worth of food for her. They'd even replace her toothbrush when the bristles wore down. Talk about attention to detail. But this kind of life didn't last too long. A boy dressed as a mailman showed up at her front door. The girl figured it was a letter from her parents, but when she opened the mailbox, there was nothing inside. She wanted to ask the boy about where her parents were, but he quickly took off. The next day, on a rainy night, the boy came back to the mailbox, but he didn't put any mail inside. When the girl noticed the commotion and turned on the light, the boy saw her and bolted out of there. On the third morning, the boy returned to the mailbox again. This time he worked up the courage to knock on the girl's door. After taking off his mask, he handed her a letter filled with love. The girl blushed and shyly accepted his feelings. After getting that positive response, the boy excitedly left the quarantine area and went back to his own place. Trash covered most of the residential area. There turns out that was the real living situation for ordinary residents. On the fourth day, when the two were hanging out together, the boy ran into staff doing a surprise inspection. He hid under the bed and luckily wasn't discovered. They had a great time chatting that day, both of them smiling non-stop. After spending such an awesome day together, they said their goodbyes in the evening. But on his way home, the boy collapsed on the ground. He wasn't found by staff until that night. After checking him over, they found mild contamination. When the boy woke up in the hospital bed, he saw the truth about this world. Staff had put someone on an operating table and were removing all the useful organs from their body. The boy was absolutely shocked. He quickly told the girl the truth about this place and got ready to escape with her. The girl was really hesitant and couldn't make up her mind. After the boy kept trying to convince her, the girl decided to leave. They went together to the edge of the quarantine zone. The boy climbed up a ladder to get over the wall, but when he got a clear look at the world outside, he was devastated. He discovered there were just more and more high walls out there, no place where they could actually live. But this only made him more determined to get out of there. Just as the boy was about to take the girl's hand though, she chose to stay in this world where humans were basically livestock. Turns out she'd already secretly looked at the world beyond the walls. She'd faced reality, while the boy chose to keep moving forward and leave this world behind. The girl went back to her home and returned to her old life. Even though she already knew what her final fate would be, she still wanted to live in the cozy little place she'd built for herself. If it were you, would you choose to leave or stay?